What's up, guys? Dave from Betsum.com, and today I'm going to go over my daily fantasy plays and my NBA bets for Monday, November 9th. So we'll start with my point guards. Tonight I'm going to go with Damian Lillard is my second biggest spend at 8,500. So it's a little expensive, but he's 2K less than Curry, and he's averaging 37 minutes and 45 fantasy points a game. So he's just having an outstanding season, and he doesn't look to be slowing down. And this game has the second highest point total of the night and a good matchup against a poor defense, so I don't mind spending this much on him tonight at point. So my second point guard that I like tonight is Rondo at 6,500. He's been scoring 34 fantasy points per game, which is already pretty good at this price. Saturday, he scored a triple-double and went off scoring 62 fantasy points in a absurd 44 minutes. So I don't even mind 34 fantasy points per game as his floor or mid-range point production. But this guy can just go off, and with this recent uptick in minutes, I think that's going to lead to a lot more production. So I see him scoring 40 to 50 in a lot of his next few games, or at least until he shows that he may cool off. So 6,500 is just a great price for this high floor, high ceiling kind of thing. I also like TJ McConnell at 5,300. This is due to injuries, which means McConnell is going to get about 10 minutes extra right now, and I believe that's going to lead to 10 or more fantasy points per game while Marshall and Roten are injured, and I think that makes him a steal at 5,300. So I have 3 injury plays tonight. That's the first one. Barton at 4,700 for shooting guard. He's not exactly an injury play, but he's a new start. So he was already averaging 25 minutes and 25 fantasy points per game, but now on Friday he saw 40 minutes as a starting shooting guard and 42 points. So this price at 4,700 is clearly still reflecting this 25-minute, 25-point average. So as long as he stays in this starting role, then this is just a can't miss for this cheap. So there's a high point total in this game. I will be gambling on him and happily doing it. So we'll move on to small forwards, and I like Morris at 6,200. He's averaging 40 minutes a game, which I love, and 33 fantasy points per game, which is fair. He's been playing very well. Detroit doesn't want him to slow down. That's the highest point total of the night in this one, and I just love the fact that he's playing 40 minutes. So I think 6,200 is a great price, especially due to the high point total in tonight's game. So I also like Aaron Gordon. This is another injury play. So it's a gamble at 4,100, but he'll allow me to afford a couple of big hitters, such as Damian Lillard and the center that I'll be drafting tonight. And I think Gordon gets a lot of extra burn and production due to Vucevic's injury. So before the injury, he was averaging 20 and 20, and that kind of floor with an extra 10 minutes should get into the 30-30, 30-35 mark. And I think that's obviously a great gamble at 4,100 and allows you to afford to spend elsewhere. So forward, I got one more injury play tonight. CJ Miles is out. Paul George is moving over to small forward, and that gives Jordan Hill at 4,000 the starting power forward position. So he should, again, just like the other injury plays, be seeing about 30 minutes and have a lot more solid production. Much more than his usual 20 minutes and usual 20 points per game, which is reflected by his usual $4,000 price tag. But as I said before, he should be getting a lot more minutes and points than this price tag reflects. So those injury plays allow me to spend huge on center, and I'm going to spend it on Drummond. Obviously, this guy's a monster, and he's averaging 20 points and 20 boards, and he got 27 rebounds last night, which is absurd. And this is the second time he's done that in this short season so far. And he's just a beast. And I feel great about paying for him at any price. To add to this game is the highest point total of the night. They're playing at Golden State. And the Warriors shoot the ball a whole hell of a lot. And this could add to even more rebounds to an already absurd rebound stat line that he usually has. So for that reason, I like him even more tonight. So we'll move on to who I like betting wise tonight, and I'll start by saying I really don't love anyone tonight. Nothing really stood out at me, but this game kind of did. I like the 76ers +8. They're winless, and the Bulls are playing a 4-3 inconsistent type game right now. They're traveling. They're both off of a day of rest and match up well. This line appears too small to me, though. I think the Bulls should be favored by 10. And I think the public reflects this by being 83% on Chicago. So I'll be fading them, and I'm going to pick the 76ers for 2 units. And I think this one stays close. So good luck, enjoy the games, and join us tomorrow on betsum.com for some more NBA, DFS, and sports betting.